I let the Discord know. It's all set up. My Discord to do not disturb so I don't get disturbed. Alright, I think we're ready. There we go, now I see it moving. Hi TZ, how are you doing today? Just getting the project opened up. Oh, Len has followed us here. Len says, hi, my faithful servant. So many questions. Good! I'm here to answer them for the next 2 hours or so. Hello, hello. Ah, it's loading. Alright, let me just let it settle in. I should have opened it before streaming, but here we are. It should be quick. And close some stuff that I was working on earlier. I was setting up so that the patterns could be custom or selectable. And now all we gotta do is change colors, which is what we're gonna spend a good bit of stream today doing. Starting with the Urano. This down, and then I'll share my screen. I can just keep it up here. And scroll down. I think you guys can't see anything. Haha. Yes, there we go. Perfect. Alright. So, I'll show you the couple things that we got today. Or the other day, I should say. Oh, is the dev blog also here? Hold on. Hold on. New plan. We're gonna go watch the dev blog.
Hey, Extinction.
We can all watch it live together. Alright.
Hey, Extinctioneers, I'm Ivan, the project lead for Echoes of Extinction. With every month that passes, things have just been getting more and more exciting. Whether it's new features being added or seeing the progress we've been making, things have been going smoothly. This month, I continued working on the map, redesigning the ravine in the jungle, adding a new cave and enclosing it a lot more. I also went and changed up the Temple Island Lake, decorating the surroundings a bit. Then, I moved up the mountain to work on a new underground temple and cave. Lastly, I helped Furious with the skin colors for our dinosaurs.
You don't see it. Oh, sorry, hold on.
Hey,
Restarted.
Extinctioneers, I'm Ivan, project lead for Echoes of Extinction. With every month that passes,
Sorry, you guys are gonna get like
getting
30
more
seconds in or
exciting.
something.
Whether it's new features being added or seeing the progress we've been making, things have been going smoothly. This month, I continued working on the map, redesigning the ravine in the jungle, adding a new cave and enclosing it a lot more. I also went and changed up the Temple Island Lake, decorating the surroundings a bit. Then, I moved up the mountain to work on a new underground temple and cave. Lastly, I helped Furious with the skin colors for our dinosaurs, adding more variety to their colors that you will be able to pick when customizing your character. That is it from me though. Let's see what the rest of the team have been up to. Starting with the artist, we have Victoria, who has been working on the new in-game UI icons for the Ouranosaurus. This will show players the various health levels and which parts of the body are more damaged. The colors will also change from white to yellow to red, depending on how hurt you are. She also has finalized the images we will be using for our different tiers on the upcoming Kickstarter campaign. Some of you may be confused by that, as we previously mentioned it would be on Indiegogo. But we have made the decision to switch to Kickstarter as we feel it's the more appropriate platform for our game's launch.
Yeah.
Moving on, we have arrived, our 3D artist, who has managed to make a modular bridge kit. This will be used in tribal construction and or by our level designer, Erik Lowlander. Talking about Erik, he too has been quite busy this month. A lot of his time as usual went to performance upgrades, as well as diving into Lumen a little, enabling Lumen hardware ray tracing. Has also been working hard on the rivers, making sure they are connected to each other and all on a flat surface for a smoother swimming gameplay experience. Now that he has the river system set up though, it will be a lot easier for him to add and remove rivers around the map and have them look a lot more natural. Not only do we want the map to feel natural and have a realistic feel to it, but also our sounds and animations. Soundrinks, our sound designer, and QnA, our animator, have been working hard at delivering us with the broadcast, friendly, and surrender calls and animations for our arena, as well as the new and improved Eocarcharia threaten, whose animation and vocalization was shorter to better fit our vision for it.
I love these new sounds.
With realistic animations and sounds, Dr. Penny, our cinematic artist, was able to create a short cinematic intro for us that you'll be able to see as you boot up the game. This may still get some tweaks here and there, but for the most part, it is complete. Moving on, we have our 3D artist Raul, who managed to finish the base textures for our Purosaurus, and moved into concepting and sculpting the various growth stages. On the topic of semi-aquatics, Raul has also been working on some splash art, which will be used for our Kickstarter campaign. He's not fully finished with
Raul's
it,
incredible.
as he
I
needs
love
some
his
minor
art.
tweaks in finishing off, but for the most part, it is complete. Ouranosaurus and Eocarcharia have also had their remainder patterns finished and ready for implementation and use in the tech demo.
Working on these later.
Smorg, our programmer, stepped in and started work on not only implementing all the animations, sounds, as well as the new patterns, but has also been working on dino combat, balancing, and the new night vision. A lot of you by now know that Tropiognathus, Pachycephalosaurus, and Dracovenator are next on the timeline, but we are also excited to announce a new creature which will be added alongside them and share its territory with the Purosaurus. And that is the Dinokairos. We will share more info on the dino in the coming dev blogs and on our Discord, which, if you're not yet a part of, check the links in the description and join our amazing community. Moving on, we have our tech artist Minizep, who has reposed and waypainted our new tribal armor that arrived at Made for us earlier this year. This, and also rigged a new skeleton, which will all be finally implemented by Chikangia, our tribal programmer. Chica has been working hard polishing the tech demo, getting rid of bugs, and working on the final systems we wanted for the tribal in the tech demo. This month he focused on implementing the Dino character menu, adding a toggle in the settings for changing the temperature to Celsius or Fahrenheit depending on which you prefer. He also did some work on the tribal inventory system, further optimizing it. On the topic of programming, a new programmer has joined the stage and his name is Erik. Erik spent his first month with us helping us with the foliage interaction system. You will now be able to find edible foliage around the map. Each plant will grow in different locations and biomes, but all will help in keeping your herbivorous or omnivorous friend healthy and well fed. Not only did he work on the new plant spawners, but also worked on the camp manager. This will help with the spawning for our tribal AI, from our hostile camps to our quest givers. This will give us more control over the spawns and AI roles. Lastly, we have our social media managers, Dre and Monji. Dre has been working super hard to get some great gameplay clips for our social platforms, like our YouTube and our TikTok channels. This then gets passed on to Monji, who will edit them and get them ready for Dre to then post them on all our socials. Lately, we've been seeing a lot of hype for our project, some of our videos even getting hundreds of thousands of views. We're incredibly grateful for all the support you guys have been showing us, from all the amazing comments, feedback, suggestions, and even the content creators out there who have been covering our game and showing it off to your communities. We just want to say a massive thank you, and we can't wait to show you all what we have been working on. However, that's going to be it for this month's devlog. Make sure to check out our socials down below to keep up with all EOE news and to wishlist our game on Steam. I'll see you guys again next month with some more updates. Thank you again, and cheers.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. And everything coming. Yes, Cherry is the special dinosaur that you guys have been guessing for a while. We're working on all those new sounds and animations and stuff, the new skins. There's so much getting put into this. Not just from my end, but all the ends. Like, there's been so much done with the tribals. Like, I think the inventory is almost entirely done because he had to watch to the end. Hold on.
Hey Extinction,
What am I missing?
I'm Islander. Keep up with all EOE news and to wishlist our game on Steam. I'll see you guys again next month with some more updates. Thank you again, and cheers.
What did I miss? Ah. I can't believe I almost missed that. Thank you, Islander. But yeah. Like I was saying, yeah, there's a lot that's been put into this devlog this month and a lot that's been done this month from everybody. It's incredible how much has been done and how much progress we've made. Yeah. Back to our regular scheduled stream. So we have those new patterns, which UI is not complete, but yes, I can switch between all the patterns now. And we're going to do today, this needs a little bit of adjustment there, is we're going to be adding in a few more colors. Because right now, its colors are based per skin, so if I select skin 1, yes, I get all the skins that I can choose here. So I can go make my Arano different colors and everything, make it however I want. Not the best skin in the world, because I just randomly picked colors. But if we go and select skin 2, we don't have any of those colors again, so we have to go apply them. Reason for that is just some coding RGB type stuff that we have to mess around with and get working correctly. And I need to turn that down. No need for my global illumination to be up that high and be not worth it. Yeah, that's it, yeah. Will we have a random button? Yes, eventually. In the skin selection, that is. So where are those colors at? Over here now. I do have, yes, this one here. So we'll start with this one. And they do have a few colors already. They're default colors. Let me copy pasta these all over. And then we can start adding in some new colors and skins. Yes, the Lord Horseshoe Crab. He's over there on the left. Region 6. Okay. That we can put down there for a little bit. Come back up. Tech demo releasing tomorrow? No. No, there's still quite a bit that needs done. Quite a bit indeed. I am not sure why, but my FPS is way worse than it usually is. Like, usually I'm in editor here and I'm fine, but... Huh. Oh, and I need to turn the music back on. Anyways. New skins, let's see. I want those sunset colors back, so... Slight warm tint over a cool tint at the bottom. Right about there, let's go with that. This one is what? There? I'm actually going to try a purple there. a very pale purple, but I think I can get a purple to work right there. If I take this one and make, where's this color at? There? No, I don't want that color, I want this one. No, I don't want that one either. Is it this one? Yes, that one. I also want to be a slight purple. You can stay blue. Yeah, whoever's spamming, don't do that. You don't need that here. I'm going to change out this purple actually because it's not going to work. I need to start with the base orange first before to make a sunset colors. But it might not work for this skin too. Hold on. Kind of liking where we're going actually with this. It's a smidge. Islander will eventually come through and add more skins, but that can work. That would make sense for the redwoods. Will it be possible to allow color selection to be a desaturated color wheel? Color wheel, probably not. You'll probably have like this selection here. I do have a saturation and value slider on the character selection customization widget, so you can desaturate, saturate just a little bit. What will you guys do to balance dinosaurs and human players? It's going to be a lot of QA practice and just scenarios going through our heads and on paper, and then going through the QA process. It's just going to be a lot of testing and R&D. I'm going to add these colors because I kind of like them. Maybe brown can be changed. Big. If I create some Dynamodel, well, that cuts off. There we go. And my YouTube a little too small. If I create some Dynamodel, do you want them for your game? You'll have to talk to Islander. I know we're very strict on what models we use and everything. Those are close enough, I don't want it. I skipped over one, didn't I? G3 needs to be this. And this one might be similar enough in color. Yeah, we don't need that one either. It's okay. The don't worry, if something looks off when we start combining a bunch of skins together, we will change them. I shouldn't have saved that. Oh well. Eocarcharia and Arano gameplay would differ from each other, as both are semi-aquatic herbivores. They are indeed. I think the best way to explain it is I'm going to be making Arano be more family-oriented, and Dino will be a bit more of a loner. They are going to be very similar, and honestly I think that's okay for right now because we're trying to expand everything from like the aquatic area right now outward. So I mean, Dino will interact with Prue and Eocar, but it'll also interact with Arano and then Tropio, so it just interacts with all of them. Yeah, I mean, attacks wise it's a lot more damaging is I guess the way I would put this than an Arano. Like an Arano is probably going to flee to the water, and a Dino is going to stand its ground in the water. So but it's not going to be able to swim as well. So it'll have to stand its ground. Sorry, excuse me. Catching whatever air had. Essentially, Dino is just going to be a bit tankier and more aggressive. You guys plan on adding more popular dinosaurs or just the unpopular ones? Yeah, we have a good variety, a mixture. You know, we got Rex, Diplo, Allo, Stegosaurus, some popular ones. Then we got Dracovenator, Genicotus. There's others, and I can't think of them because they're just obscure dinosaurs that I can't think of the name right now. But yeah, both. All right, let's get some sort of greenish one now. Greenish jungle. Wait on that color. I want the central bit to be a nice bright orange. Belly needs to be yellow. And the main body should be that green. Or yellowed. Start from there. Dark. This one should be. Don't worry, I know it looks atrocious right now. I just gotta keep tweaking until we get it right. Just get there for now while I get this other one. Good. Not like this. Yes, but I guess it's correct, so whatever. If it's correct, it's correct. I just don't like it. This looks awkward here, but no, that's not supposed to be there. That one. Not that one. Color is orange. 6. Black. No? Magenta? Can't remember all the colors. colors to remember. There we go. Okay. It's too much there. Okay, let's see. That light green has to change though. Just one. What though? That could work. I like that. This one is copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Copy. Need that one. No need for duplicates or similar colors. Paste. Okay. Let's go make sure this all works. I didn't want to remove that yet. Okay, let's see how these look. Any playables like ducks? Yes, Eocarcharia as a juvenile will be very duck-like in the way it acts. There, pattern, dose. Aha. Now, how ugly can I make things? Yeah, it's not actually that awful. It's all working. That's the important thing. I'll let Islander do a few skins then. I gotta change your skin out though. Pattern 2. There'll be sauropods in EOE. Yes, there are 3 of them. Eocarcharia is a very small brachiosaur-like dinosaur. Bajasaurus is a small, it's a smaller sauropod that has like spikes out on its neck that go up and out, and then there's Diplodocus. Okay, these color options. Copy. Paste. Copy. Paste. Say it with me now. Copy. Paste. The more boring part of my job, just copying, pasting. Granted, it is fun because I get to look at the colors and the skins that I want, but it's tedious sometimes. Is there a plan for feet IK and tail physics in the game? Yes, one day. It's a tricky thing to get right, but yeah, one day. Okay, so this is redwoods too, so maybe... fix this up first. Now we can go look at colors. Let's see. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna try another blue skin, because you can never go wrong with blue. That could work. That works. Islander, I'm sure you're watching. You can go through and delete things if you want then, and obviously you'll go and add your own stuff. Will the Eocarcharia have feathers? Yes, it'll be feathered. I don't want the weird naked baby bird, you know? Like the Jurassic Park fairy. Don't care for that. Nope, don't paste there. I was just talking to Farrar about feathers the other day, on how we want to get them done so that it's both performant in game and easy for us to work with the skin system. And I think we came up with a decent solution. Goes insane. I don't actually like this blue anymore. It's too blue. Get white. Slate. Stay blue. What kind? It's just too... Maybe it's just the pattern. Texturing. Yeah, whatever, I'll keep it. Feathers will be a part of the mesh. Feathers be hard cards or full geometry. It'll be a part of the mesh. It's not the most pretty looking, but we're gonna do our best with it. But it's gonna be the most performant method, and it's easiest for both Rar and I to implement. All right. There's like a sunset one. We already have our brownish ones. Yeah, do the sunset one. I know I can get a nice sunset one with this skin. think I just don't like this male highlight. Just the general pattern of it. Who said that? Dinosaur 5505? Yellow, orange with black stripes? The black stripes part, yeah. Black stripe, or a very, very dark purple stripe. Because you never want to have black, or any pure colors, but a darker purple could do it. Keep this one. I hope Islander doesn't take too many of my colors away. I'd like having these more exotic colors that still feel a little bit natural, but it's not like entirely rainbow toothpaste. Oh yeah, Islander's gonna stream tomorrow, he said. Probably. I'm excited for that. We haven't had an Islander stream in forever. Copy. Save. Okay, let's check out this one. The stripe is the male display, it's just the color I chose isn't very noticeable for this kind of pattern. It's white, but I guess it depends on the colors you have. Whoa! Rent skin. Why is my so atrocious today? I know my video memory's exhausted, but it's never like that. I mean, like, never. It's when I'm in editor like this. No, I switched this to medium. Scale medium. That's gonna be a big reason for it. That actually might have been it. Local illumination. Makes everything look so pretty, but it's just so heavy. It's actually an editor. Alright. I did want to show the new Arano animation stuff. I know you guys just saw them. And is it overriding my settings? Hold on. I don't get that option. Oh well. I wonder if it just overrides my settings anytime I go into game. It shouldn't, but I guess it does. The Ascent system isn't finished yet. I can't show that, but I can show the new calls. You can hear them more than once. different angles. And when you're walking, friendly. No threat just yet. Does the baby have calls? It does not. I love the goose of this. It's just, he's so goosey. Such a little honker. I was curious if you could do them in underwater. I've never tried it. The game threat is high. Why? That's it. I probably shouldn't. Hold on. I probably shouldn't share this. Whatever this is. The only changes I recently got were AI, so I'm just going to... Water looks disgusting. Why? Ah, reflections. Good to know. I'm gonna go with that it's these things. So just temporarily I'm going to delete them. And see if that fixes my performance. Because, yeah, it's never this bad. Come on. Can't click on it. There we go. Delete. Alright, let me see if this looks better. I never have a game thread that high. Wow, yeah, that's what it was. I won't share what it was, but that's what it was. Anyways, we need to do the Eocar textures and colors now. So, Eocar, bring you out. This is your new one, which you guys haven't seen yet except for today, and then you have your old one, your old other snow one. And then it, of course, has its Redwoods one that we've been seeing forever, that we're tired of. So, Eocar Snow 1. And, moment. Will there be calls when you talk in game chat? Yes, there will. Eocar Snow 1, Eocar Snow 2. Here, I will show you guys what it looks like when we first implement the skins. Yes, I'll be doing, oh, sorry. I don't know what's off today, I just keep forgetting to read stuff. Will you be doing the Purosaurus texture and colors whenever Rar is done with the skins and stuff and sends them over? Yes. I think he should be done soon. He said in his devlog that he has been away for a little bit, so I'm sure he'll be done very soon with them though. Pattern 1, 3. Yeah, I can see that it's changing. Yeah, perfect. Alright, delete all these. There's the temp 6 colors that you get whenever you add in a new skin, just to make sure that it's working. Alright, buddy. You are Snow 1, right? Yes. Snow 1. Alright, what kind of color should I put on this thing then? I want to do, I keep saying it, I want to do another blue, but I know there's the blue that we had skin-wise in concept art, so I might try to recreate that one. Five and reaching 6. Alright. Yes, you get to see the screen. I was doing things. Making sure it wasn't breaking. Mating like there would be need a male and a female and make a nest, and the offspring will take on the colors or traits of the parents. Exactly like that. Yep. The offspring will take on the traits. They'll be called evolutions, and they'll also take on random colors from the parents, depending on the skin chosen. I wonder how many caves and tunnels there will be in game. You'll have to ask Islander, because he's been doing a lot of stuff on the map recently. I'm gonna hide the screen again. I know I'm hiding the screen. Yell at me, Islander. The force down? I hope it doesn't, because I'm streaming and I'm working. Okay. I just sent them to somebody, so I'll grab them actually from there. Okay. These skins are in our concept, so I might try to pick a couple colors from here. I think this is the one we're working on, actually. He doesn't have as many colors here. I might try to do one of these, because this isn't meant for the snowy redwood. I did share, yeah, I do have my screen shared. Okay, so let's see. Zoom in on. I want to try this one because I like the colors of this one. Burger blue on top. It's not going to be exact though, so I'll have to. That. There as well. This is on the belly, so yes, we'll go with this one, and then what we'll do is we'll darken it tint. Main part of the body. And legs, I guess. I don't know, the skin is weird. I don't actually know where the male highlights are supposed to be on the skin. Okay, so, but these are the colors we need to work with. That can stay. Maybe darken it a little. Fine. You, I want stay, and I want darken. Oops. This one as well. I don't know which one is supposed to be for the male highlights. I'll have to ask Rar then. What will growth be like? It'll be seamless growth. Over time, you'll slowly get bigger. I really like it. Will it take hours like Path, the Titans, or the Isle? It depends on the species. Most species I think are under 2 or 3 hours from their base time. The largest one, Diplo, takes about 12 hours base time. But if you have a really good nutrient pathway and you're doing well on your wellness buffs and everything, you'll end up taking about, I think, 40 to 50% quicker, so around 6 to... I'm not going to say it, but 6 to the next number's hours. I really don't know what to do with this skin and its colors. Come back to it. Or I might have whatever his name is, Islander do it. It's a slight highlight. And this one as well, I'm not quite sure what the male highlight would be. I don't know. Those ones are tricky. I'm gonna let Islander do them. And if he needs help, then I'll go help him. But at the very least, should be able to pick those colors now. Or patterns, rather. Nope, I didn't grab them there, and I'm gonna have to revert those. I I don't know what it is about today. I'm just tired. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a long week. I wasn't feeling well early this week, so maybe it was that, but it just feels like it's been a long day and a long week. Anybody else feeling that? Let's see. The little dino standing next to the Eocar. It's Dryosaurus. We'll zoom in on him then. Hooray, you can change your pattern. Oh. Okay, good to know. That happened with you? Doesn't happen with you. Okay, so it's some sort of thingy I did in here. Ah, it's that. There we go. Fixed. And does this all work? Female? I need to change which is the female color. Okay, so the female coloring. First pattern. I think it's actually saved already somewhere. Hold on. Bear with. This looks so complicated. Once you get to understand it, it's not too bad. It's not that bad. Really, it's just a structure which basically just holds a bunch of variables. So like a bunch of like true falses or colors or numbers, textures, that kind of thing. And I just kind of choose what goes into that structure, and then the structure is shipped to the widget, which is the screen that you see. It breaks that apart and uses the stuff that I've given it to rebuild the widget and place all the colors and textures, and then it just, anytime I click the buttons, it goes and changes stuff. That's the very, very simplified version of it. 6-3. 6-3. Nope, didn't want to spawn. I've got the Nightmare for Christmas Kidnap the Sandy Claus song stuck in my head right now. But just like the beginning parts with the violins just all plucking, going dum bum 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 bum. It's on loop in my head. Now if I change gender, it's not even going to give me an option. Incredible. I've broken it. Did I slay myself? I wonder if it's because I slayed myself. I know there were issues before. Oh, why are you picking that color? Pick that one. No, I do not mean... You know what you said. 6 and then another number. Can I do some PvP? Tomorrow Islander and I might. If I hop on with Islander, we can do that, maybe. I have other things to focus on today. I'm sorry. Today's gonna be a boring stream. Region 5 that I want to change to? No. How about region 6? Yeah. Region 6. Now what's region 3 look like? Oh, I see. I have it backwards in my head. Female region would be color 6. Male regions are color 3. Not, we want to replace 6 with 3 or whatever I was thinking in my head. What? Okay. Oh, that was good. I was hiding all this. I accidentally showed something. I'll re-show it again a little bit. Here, you guys can go. Go watch this. Oh no, you can't. I have to log into my Google, and I'm not doing that right now. Just get to bear with me talking endlessly while looking at a screen that does nothing. Could you guys not think of a better way to spend your Friday afternoon? Just listening to my soothing voice, looking at a screen that says classified information on screen. Where? Okay, it's here. That's what it is. It's always getting those ones wrong. Ooh, sir. Wrong. I want to get a reference to this. I'm going to get 0, and I want to get 1. And that's going to be wrong, and I'm going to go flipping them. Ready? Yeah, it was wrong. I have to go flip it. Get 1 and 0. Ready? Ready? It's going to work now. Even though you're not allowed to see it. It doesn't work. I lied. Why doesn't it work? Males on the left, so this would be a true. So if true, pick 1. 1 should be. No, it is supposed to be 0, 1. Sorry, I can't show you guys this right now. Oh. Game started in 2023, yes. Only had like 1 public demo so far. Why are you switching to color? That's why. Okay, okay. I need to do this and this. Now you will get the right colors. Yes, okay. Whew. Now I can share my screen again and show you what I did. It was doing the wrong colors for the female highlights, but now, if I go and do the male and I switch to female, it actually does pick the wrong colors. I lied. I'm sorry. Don't worry, it's simple. It's me just switching one number around. It looked correct, but it wasn't correct. No, it wasn't just switching a single number around. Okay. You guys get more hidden screen. If I select the female, it becomes true. She's getting 1. I want to, yes, apply to that region. This region. And I want it to be the color I selected, which should be yeah. This is weird. Ducks are just the best. Never has a truer statement been said. You have 2 ducks, I think. I think we still have 2 ducks. So 3, and then 6. Getting the colors for 6. Isn't it? It's switching, which is correct, and that's good. But it's not applying to the orange area, which is what? It's right? Region 1. So I've just been applying to the wrong region this entire time. Right, because he remade the texture, so whatever I put in before is not actually right. Thank you, Islander. I know you did that. You put that in my head and made me realize that I was incorrect and now I'm correct. Okay, so the male highlight colors, it's region 1. I want to change it to 6. This doesn't work. Okay, it worked, but it didn't work. It did it backwards. It's close. Oh, oh, you are in chat. Okay, so it almost works. So now I have it. Look, if I go back to male, it then applies this color here, but going back to female, it doesn't apply anything, so it's not quite there. I need to make sure I'm always applying that color to region 1, which is the male highlights region. So if I do it with this, yes, okay, there we go. Fixed. Beautiful. Now if I choose pattern 2, once we figure out where the male highlights and everything are, I can change that stuff, but interesting, okay. So if you go back to a different pattern, it keeps those colors, so I gotta check to make sure that you're a female or not, and then you do it. But I won't do that anymore. I won't bore you guys with looking at nothing. Even though I'm sure somebody out there was excited watching the same screen over and over. Let's do some fun stuff. Despite all the new colors, I still like red Eo best. Is that saturation change? It changed how... Yeah, you can see it a little bit more. Good. Okay. You didn't show off the... Okay, so he showed off the adult one, right? The adult threaten stream. Yeah, he showed off that one. I don't think he showed off the juvie one. Same animation, just cuter sound. Oh, also, we have seen your comments about the footprint or footsteps sounding sticky and a little bit off. We're having them redone for the tech demo, so you guys will be hearing some new sounds soon. This night vision feels better. I also upped the night vision by 5 meters for everything because it felt atrociously short when I was playing the other day. And if I'm playing the game and I think it's difficult and I'm having trouble seeing things, I know you guys are going to have a lot of difficulty. So we got that changed up. Yeah, you see things a lot quicker now, so you can easily keep running around at night for the most part and avoid things, which was important. Because when I was playing as Nerano, like, it was about this close before I would see the rock in front of me, and I just kept running into stuff. It was awful. This though, this night vision I'm happy with. Client said hello. Oh, do I still have that on? No, I don't. Okay. I don't need those anymore. Will proof females be smaller but faster and have more stamina? No. There will be no stat difference between male and female dinosaurs. It'll be purely visual. Size-wise, also probably unlikely unless they shrink the morph. But I think they'll be the same size. That's not good. My scent's getting angry, but that's okay. We're remaking scent, so I gotta go back in. I'll explain what the new scent looks like. So the new scent is, you see this little circle down here? Our new scent is gonna go from being up top here as a compass to down here. So I think stuff will be there all the time, like the most important stuff, like your plants and food and water and stuff. That stuff will be there, and depending on the direction you're looking, it'll rotate around the compass. And then of course you'll have north, south, east, and west on here as well. It'll involve a little bit of magic to get it to work, so we'll have to bring this up a little bit, bring it out a little more. But that's the idea, to make it a little bit less intrusive, so that it's up here. And then when you do scent, nothing will show up, but your footprints will still show up, and blood trails and all that kind of stuff will show up. But everything will be moved down to here, so that way everything else on the screen is unobscured, and you're still able to be immersed in the environment without having something huge pop up in the middle. Same thing with the particle effects. We just decided it would be too intrusive to have, you know, particles coming from here and here or behind you, up top or whatever. So we just stuck with the icons, and they'll be moved down here then. That'll be my next task. Ooh. Somebody got me a pumpkin roll. While I'm stopped here, are there any questions, by the way, that I've missed? I know I haven't been looking at chat as much as I used to, but... Will there be flying? Yes. There are 4 flyers that I can think of, and then there's at least 1 or 2 gliders. Could be an option to choose, possibly. I think with the tech demo, we're either going to keep it how it is, or we're going to move it down here, and then options and stuff will come later on. It's easier for us to just implement something now, and then add in options later. Quetz is not on the list, by the way. There's a species similar to Quetz, but it's not Quetz. Will there be mutations? No, there is something called evolutions, and what evolutions do is when you're spawning in, you will have a tab up here. We don't have that yet. You have a tab for your evolutions, and you can select which evolutions you want in your life, and those kind of act like traits or perks, mutations, whatever you want to call it. They work akin to that. And so say I'm running around as an Eocar right now, and I travel 10 kilometers before I grow up, and that gives me an evolution that gives me bonus stamina or something in my next life. And the reason I say next life is because it'll be the evolutions, you can't apply them to your current life, only the next lives. So I'll earn that evolution. Say I don't interact with anybody or go into any groups, and I get a lone wolf evolution. I can apply that for my next life to get bonuses there. Will it be passed to offspring? Yes. Yes, evolutions are passed to offspring depending on how far along the genealogy is. How far do calls travel, and will they sound different enough to get farther? Yes, they do sound different. I believe it depends on the calls. The farthest they travel is around 200 to 300 meters away. And can I show the roster? Yes, one moment. help if I went to the correct account. I'll just show it from the Discord. It's easier. Unless I have it downloaded. No. I do want to download it though, then I can zoom in on stuff for you. There you go. Full roster. Credits to the artists that we borrowed art from. So not everything here is ours, of course. Will evolutions be one-time use perks, or can you earn it once and you can use it forever? They are one-time use. So if I have that lone wolf evolution and I decide to use it for my life, it is gone until I earn another one. Now here's the catch. To prevent people from using like really meta-type evolutions like that lone wolf one, you're not able to earn an evolution that you're currently using. So if I'm using the lone wolf or a vampiric bleed type evolution, you cannot earn that one in that current life. And that's going to promote people, you know, going and doing different kind of lives and play styles rather than just staying on the same meta every time. But with that, you can earn as many evolutions as you want, up to the cap during a life. It's not like you can only earn one lone wolf. You can earn, I think it's in a category where you can earn up to 2 or 3 of them. No, though, this isn't quite. It's Eocarcharia. And it uses it uses the Tropiognathus silhouette because I was lazy when I made these. Magnapolia, Big Paul. Could you see Peru swimming possibly? It does not have any animations done for it. I don't even have the textures in game yet. I think Rar is just finishing up all the skins and everything all at once, and all the morphs, and then he's going to send it all to me. So we're going to have a big crew implementation stream one day. We're going to get all that stuff added. Yes, they do look really similar, Quetz and Eocarcharia. They're both as Caractids, I think they're called. Something like that. I probably fudged up the pronunciation, but yes, they're very similar. Yeah, let's see if I can go through everything. So Semiotis is here, Onychodus, and then we have Nemicolopterus, which is a small flyer that will clean the backs and wounds of you, and when you're playing as it, you'll be able to do the same thing, but it'll start out as AI. Oh, there's no water left in my water bottle. Oh well. I'll be fine. Just won't have a voice later, that's okay. Next up here in Cyan, we got our lovely god, the Horseshoe Crab. Then we got Beelzebufo. Beelzebufo has some interesting abilities that lets it use its tongue to snatch on the prey and then swallow them. It'll be really useful against like juveniles and stuff. Next up, Scutellosaurus. Let me hide this real quick. I want to pull up the abilities list. The abilities and weight and stuff. And because you guys can see the size. And I've shared the weights already, so. Growth time I could share as well if you want to know that. But I think I'll just stick to the abilities and weight for now. Okay, Beelzebufo, it is in-game going to be 10 kilograms. And it'll have a grab attack, a directional attack, and a back kick. Next up, Scutellosaurus here, who is actually a little bit further up on the weight list, it looks like, up at 35 kilograms. It will, its big thing is burrowing tunnels. Yes, it's our tunnel burrower. There's a few different burrowers within the game. Scutellosaurus is the one that will be able to make a bunch of like ant-like colonies and systems and stuff. Next up is Tapijara. Its big thing is it's an herbivorous flyer, which is something I don't think we've seen in any other games similar to this genre. So it's really exciting just for that. It has a couple of cool abilities. It also is a burrower. Those giant redwood trees you might have seen Rar showcasing on stream, it'll be able to burrow into those and make nests and stuff. Next up, the wonderful Zhuanlong, I believe it's pronounced. It's our very small raptor that can fly, or not fly, glide, from tree to tree, dinosaur to dinosaur. It'll be set to about 50 kilograms or so, and its special ability is being able to pounce onto stuff and inflict venom. And what this venom does is causes like hallucinations, spasms, stuff of that kind of nature. Next up, one of my absolute favorites, in a very dark blue here, dark blue-green, is the Minmi. Minmi is going to be like a snapping turtle. I have it having a clamp ability even. It'll be able to burrow underwater. I think we're gonna go omnivore on it, even though it was supposed to be a herbivore. We're gonna branch out a little bit there with it, but it's going to be a very fun playable. I'm gonna be biased towards making it fun. Next up will be Coelophysis here. This one is our model because we do have it designed and everything. It might get some tweaks then, but its abilities are weight. It's much lighter, at only 15 kilograms. But its abilities, it's the species you're going to want to have around you if you're a carnivore. It can pick at the teeth of your mouth if you're a larger carnivore and help clean them, which is a very important thing with the hygiene system. So you'll want to have a Coelophysis friend sticking around you and maybe protect them. However, if you're cleaning somebody else and they decide to be hostile, Coelophysis has a special ability that lets it drop its tail, and what this will allow it to do is escape if it's bitten once. It'll both be automatic, so if you're hit and you're gonna die, it'll drop her tail instead and you'll be going off with maybe 10% health, or you can choose to drop it if you're being pounced or something. Underwater burrows with Minmi, yes, akin to a mud skipper or just a snapping turtle's resting under the water and stuff. My snapping turtle would do that all the time. He's brumating now, I think, though, because it's gotten down to about 30 or 40 degrees here, and he's out in the pond for the first time this year. Yeah, small little stock tank he's in. Well, it's like 350 gallons or so, but... Next up is I saw somebody ask what Capra was replaced by, Mahjungasaurus. It's very similar to Caprasuchus, in that it's going to be filling out that same niche, but we did want to have something a little bit different. It'll be able to drag prey around, claw at them, bite at them, keep up with you on land and in the water. It's going to be a lethal little guy, and he's at 550 kilograms, so I mean, for most things that's going to be pretty dangerous actually. I mean, if we look at this, I mean, Utah is 450, so I mean, we're going to be chasing stuff up to here, so like, and then juveniles and stuff, I can't imagine, but yeah. Next up, Dryosaurus, which you have seen in game, which I think I did say that I would show then. He's at 90 kilograms. He's always squinting, always angry. And I believe I need to go in and re-import the texture. I think I put the texture down to 512 by accident, and the rest of them are at like 2K, so I need to re-import the texture. But we do have our lovely Dryosaurus. And Dryosaurus is not going to be a burrower like you might expect. Dryosaurus is going to have a sensing ability that lets it kind of sense when predators are nearby. We'll have to work on getting that balance though, because I understand that it could be something used to pinpoint players, but I have some ideas then. And the other ability is if it's need of defense, it's going to have what I think are thorny devil lizards. They can shoot blood out of their eyes. Dryosaurus is going to do something very similar to that. Next up, somebody's favorite, the Tropionathus. He'll be coming shortly. Rar should be actually working on it pretty soon. The Tropio is an interesting creature. It's 75 kilograms, and it has a flesh tear, front kick, bite, that kind of stuff. It's yeah, and it also can dive. That's the other cool thing about it. I completely forgot about that for a second there. It'll be able to dive, which is going to be really interesting and fun. What will mating be like? We're not quite sure yet. I mean, it's not going to be anything bad or anything like you would think, but it'll be, you know, if you have the male and female dinosaur friends together, you know, you guys can go make a nest, lay eggs, and then that'll be it. It'll probably be some courting animations and stuff in there. Majunga in game? Nope, Majunga is not. Any plans on Therizinosaurus? No. There is Enigmasaurus up here. Enigmasaurus is very similar to a Theri. You think you have too many playables? I don't think so, and I do understand your concern that you said next, being able to find players of the same species. So the way I think of it is EOE is going to last, you know, 10, 15 years or so. You know, we're going to be going through all these playables, maybe some DLCs, new mechanics, all that kind of stuff. It's going to last a long time. And I really want to be able to have enough playables planned, designed, and balanced all around each other now, rather than, you know, 7 years later we're done with the first, you know, 30 or so, 20, 30, I don't know how fast we're going to go, but 7 years later when we're done with the first 20 or so, I don't want to be stuck in an impasse, be like, well, I'm not sure if we can add this because of XYZ reason or whatever. So I think it's good having, you know, I think it's 55 species or so, just so we have many to pick and choose from. And I mean, you're going to be implementing these for a long time, years to come. So it's not like we're going to be throwing 60 species all at once right now. You know. And of course, community servers, maybe even officials, will be able to pick and choose what species they want. We might cap it so that Eocarcharia here is the apex, and everything below it is all just selectable within a roster. Or maybe we'll have an true apexes only. You know, we have Torvo here, and then anything bigger, this is all you'll get to play as. Oh, Majung was going to replace Copper. Yes, Majungasuchus. I thought you were making Majungasaurus. It's Mahajang, I think though? Yeah, Mahajang. And I read it as Majungasaurus. Yeah. Apologies. Yes, Meg is here, Megalania. It'll have a Komodo Dragonite-like venom. Torvo, yes, Torvo's here. Torvo's gonna be a big brawler. Big brawler, be able to charge in, take down prey, throw them around, that kind of thing. Yeah, we got Spikomelis, Udonceratops, Dracovenator, Pachy, Sidipati, Eocarcharia, Janicotis, Chasmosaurus, Megalania, Scorpiovenator, oh, what's your name? Mosasaurus, Eocarcharia, Enigmasaurus, Gali, Tropiomastodon, Titanoboa, Europasaurus, Ankylosaurus, Lokiceratops, Archelon, Crigoroxrhynia, Bajatosaurus, Irritator, Allo, Peru, Mite, Iguanodon, Urano, Torvo, Gigantoraptor, Triceratops, Diplodocus, Stego, Deinocheirus, Rex, Giga, Spinosaurus, Magnapolia, Ramborginia, and Megalania. Okay, I got them all. We already did those, but how do you guys think about what to add next? It's usually, you asked why Packy and Draco next. It's usually to start fitting in the ecosystem. So, if I'm being honest, I probably wouldn't have picked Eocar and Arano to come in at the same time. I would have picked two species that would have been a little bit more interactive with each other, but the reason was just we had those two as models to start with, so we just stuck with them. It's easier doing that than having to remake things. Granted, we'd ended up remaking the Arano and Eocar anyways, so it's just one of those decisions that ended up not being ending up the way we wanted, I guess. But from there, we decided we needed to have a flyer and some sort of semi-aquatic, and we know that people love their giant crocodiles, but we did have a lot of talk on which semi-aquatic to add next. Between Peru and Mastodon, Irritator, like it was a very difficult thing to decide on, and we ultimately just went with Peru, because then that gives us kind of a good cap on the top area versus the bottom area. Somebody just asked how big Peru is. It's 7 tons. 7 tons. Second smallest apex. The smallest apex is Deinocheirus at 6.5 tons. But yeah, as I was saying, Tropeo Peru, we need a flyer and a aquatic species. So then we had our next set of 4 actually, which was Dracovenator, Pachycephalosaurus, Enigmasaurus, and Irritator, maybe? I think so. Those were gonna be the next 4, and then we cut out Irritator and Enigmasaurus, and we just stuck with Packy and Draco. And I think the reason for that is we wanted to create 2 smaller species, because as you can see, we have a lot of smaller species in Eocar, so we wanted to start picking a few from here. And that leads into my next little thing. We wanted to pick 2 species from this kind of general area, a species from this general area, and then a species from this general area for each of our 4 kind of species that we go and group by. And that should allow us to balance things a little bit better than starting at the bottom and then maybe picking one here and then one here. It'll be a little rough at first, but I think we can do it. And I think it's also going to be really good for the community to be able to play as, a small thing, a medium thing, or a large thing, and not just waiting, 5 or 6 years to get out these guys. You're going to have Dino and Peru out within the next couple of years or so. Definitely Peru is going to be out in the next couple of years. Definitely, I think in the next year it would be out, to be honest, at this point. But yeah, we didn't want to have to make you guys wait for these guys for too long. Is the big reason for that. He made the game mobile like Path of Titans. I'm gonna say no. It's Unreal Engine 5 Lumen and Nanite, and just the scope of the game is just gonna be way too heavy, and we don't want to cut back on anything that makes the game look the way it does. Consoles are already going to be a pain to get right and do well. I couldn't imagine doing something for, your iPhone 11 or whatever. Freedox Rania weight, it is, I want to say 2,800, but I think I'm off. I'm very off. 4,250 kilograms. And Maglopolia is 10 tons, yes. Somebody answered that then. Will Peru be able to take on Magna? Depends on the size difference. I mean, if Magna is a juvenile or an adolescent, maybe even subadult, probably. I mean, Peru is able to grab up to half its size and able to drag up to its size, and after that it'll just stun stuff. So I mean, if you're under 7 tons, you'll be able to get dragged around slowly. If you're under 3.5 tons, you're going to be picked up by Peru. How much is Rex weight? 9 tons. Is Credo going to be able to take on a Peru in shallow water? I don't think, but it depends. If there's 2, yes. If there's 1, no. It's a 4.5-ton shark versus a 7-ton crocodile. I mean, it's similar to Torvo, which is 5 tons, versus Aloe, which is 2.5. I think. Yes. Oh, 2.6. So it's similar to if we were to take Torvo versus Aloe, I would say, in a game design thing. Realistically, no. This shark is getting absolutely destroyed by this massive crocodile in real life. But from a game point, I think it could possibly be even. Depending on the amount. Well, 1v1 won't ever be even. But if it's a 2v1, then I might start to think the shark could take him. Gotta keep in mind, a shark is probably actually going to do better in the water than a Peru. In like deeper water and stuff. I'd say any fish really over a reptile. What will Aloe's ability be? Aloe has some really neat abilities actually. So Aloe is supposed to be a bleeder, 2.5-ton bleeder, 2.6 ton. It has a bite and directional bite, of course. And it also has a tendon slash, so it'll slash at the legs of other species to slow them down. And it also has a lunge, bite, slash claw. And now this isn't like a lunge like a Eocarcharia that can pounce on you. It's like a quick kind of jump forward to grab at something and slash at them, if that makes sense. But it's primarily meant to bleed things slowly and keep them in the same area. That's why it has that tendon slash and that lunge bite, so it can do quick attacks at an area, or at a target, slash at an area, and then take you down that way. Eocarcharia weighed 6 tons. Yeah, I think it did, yeah. But we just, for game balance purposes, we took it down a little bit. We didn't quite do the full size. Will Peru be able to drag and pull over stuff heavier than it? Because in real life, crocs can pull over buffaloes and giraffes 4 times their size. It will be able to grab stuff and in its mouth and drag it around up to 3.5 tons, half of its weight. It will be able to drag stuff, so it'll be kind of like a tug-of-war type thing, up to its weight, so up to 7 tons. Anything past that, it will be just stunned or something like that. Is this game on PC only? For right now, yes. How is Peru 2 tons lighter than a Rex? Balance purposes. And I don't know, it might have been a real life thing too, let me check. T-Rex, I believe. Yes, it was that. I mean, they're similar in weight. Although the upper estimates for Peru were up to 8.4. Lower estimates 5.7, more likely range around 7.6. And large estimates for Rex are, 5 to 7, and then Scotty's, I think, 9 tons, maybe almost 10. Scotty and Sue are almost 9 or 10 tons. So I mean, in real life it was a bit bigger. Yeah. When Peru fights, let's restart that. When a Spino fights a Peru, look at one-sided to the Spino, will Peru be able to defend itself? Passes the problem where Sark was weak against other semi-aquatics. So the way I see it is Giga and Rex are kind of the brawler and bleeder of the land. Spino and Peru are the brawler and bleeder of the water. So I'd say it's going to be as close as I can get it between Giga and Rex as you would between Spino and Peru. Again, I know realistically Peru is going to destroy everything on this roster, but we can't do that because it's just going to be extremely unfun for the game's sake. let Magnapolia stand a chance against Rex and other carnivores? I'm sure it will. It has a front kick, a directional stomp, a charge stomp. I mean, a well-placed kick or smack from this thing is going to be doing some damage. Hey UCJ, how you doing? Yeah, Diplo will be here someday. I'm a sucker for big sauropods. Magna have a tail attack. Currently it doesn't, but I think it should. It has a bite, tail, a front kick, directional stomp, and charge stomp. So maybe we could take out the charge stomp and put it in a tail attack, I don't know. Peru should be able to take on a Rex on land and still have a huge advantage, but Peru will still be balanced because if you see a 7-ton croc, you don't have to fight it because you can just run away. That's part of it, yeah, but I'd also say Peru's going to be sluggish on land. Again, it's a game, so we got to balance it as a game from a game standpoint. I'd be interested to see somebody though mod in and mod all the stats that we have, possibly even mod in some new abilities to make all these species as realistic as possible and then set up a server. I'd actually be interested in playing that. It'd probably be extremely awful to play for anything that isn't one of these guys up here. I don't know. No Moza or Leo? Nope, no Moza or Leoplorodon. Is your name Charlie? No. No magical Leoplorodons, Charlie. Will Giga and Rex be able to hunt the largest sauropods in game? Yes. Yes, they will. In fact, I'd say even an Aloe could take on, a couple Aloes I should say, could take on a Diplo. Will Peru have a tail slap to knock over things? Yes. Croc's tail slaps knock over things with their very powerful tail? Yes. Yes, indeed. They do in real life. I showed Islander a video of that because he questioned my tail attack for Peru and I showed him a couple videos of it. Yeah, if you're needing to run away in the water or run away on land as a Peru and you smack your tail, that's going to knock them down. You'll be able to either turn around and grab them or just keep going. What's my favorite thing in EOE? Or what I'm looking most forward to, I should say. That's a good question. I mean, right now, my current favorite thing is just going through and doing these streams and doing the balance and stuff, all the numbers kind of thing. I really enjoy that. I also really enjoy coding in the new mechanics and stuff. I'm really looking forward to evolutions and Geno variants because it's going to bring our game full circle. Playable wise, I'm also looking forward to having our bigger dinosaurs out. Also really looking forward to the tiny ones. I don't really care about the mid tiers, if I'm being honest. These guys are, they're there. The little guys, the big ones, they're always my most favorite ones. It's difficult though to think about what I look forward to the most. As cliche as it sounds, I am looking forward to seeing everybody get on the tech demo when it releases this year. Because we've been working pretty hard on this, and I know everybody's excited, so it'll be fun to see. You know, this is my first as a programmer that's only been programming for a few years, this is my first major project, so this is going to be really exciting. We have, no, I don't think I can actually share that. We have a lot of wish lists and views and stuff, and like, there's a lot of pressure, but it's also very exciting, so I think I am looking forward just to the game's release as a tech demo as well. It's a good question. It's difficult to answer, because there's a lot. Will there be gore? Yep, gore is already implemented. Do I have this open? Haha, I do. Here. Oh! I didn't even show it yet. You guys got to see it on stream, or not stream, in the dev blog, but... Are you ready? Ta-da! I'm all gnarly and gross. This guy. And look at his skin just... Yeah. This is actually the idea I have for Xuanlong and its hallucinations. I really want to make it so that when you die, it saves what your species was, and it saves other player species, and it just... Gosh, how do I explain this in a way that's going to work and make sense to you guys? It'll save the species that you've played, and it'll save some other species of other players if there are no species that you've played before, and it'll put out their gore version to attack you and kind of just run around you, and that's kind of what you'll hallucinate. That was really badly explained. I'm sorry. It's been 2 hours. I'm at my limit for talking in one day. Tech demo's still looking good for this year. As far as I'm aware, yes. The dinosaur side are pretty much done. I've just been doing a lot of optimizations and tweaking at the moment. There are a few sounds that need to be added for the Urano and redone for the Eocar, and a few more animations that need done for the Urano. But for the most part, things are good dinosaur side. I don't want to speak for tribal side, but things are looking good from what I've seen. I know Chica's been redoing the inventory system, so once that's all done, we'll get crafting and inventory back. He had to redo all the code and stuff because our server, our Perforce server, which is where we keep all our files, decided to give up. So we had to redo some stuff, and he had to redo the most of it. But yeah. I think we got a pretty good chance for me this year. Maybe any AI tribals as well. Yep. Yes, somebody just implemented them. I think that's what was causing my FPS to be low though, so I've removed them right now. Did say that they were quite heavy at the moment, because they're using some old stuff, so. How strong will Eocarcharia be against Spino and Puru? We are going to try and make Dino as much of a competitor to both of them as possible. Dino, while it's light, it has a lot of damage for its size. Like on my stat sheet I have it so that Puru is a 3 out of 5, so it does average damage for its size. Dino on the other hand is a 5 out of 5. It does very high damage for its size. So I'm hoping that the damage it does, and also does very high bleed for its size, and the bleed helps against Puru and Spino. I'd say on land Dino's gonna do the best against a Puru, and Spino I think Spino is gonna be worse against no matter what, in water or on land. I need to hide my screen for a second. I noticed something weird and I didn't like it. Okay. Better. What are the next AI dinos coming along? Silo and Nemi? What is the next rideable AI dinosaur? I believe Coelophysis and Nemiclopteryx will probably be the next AI, because we do need something to clean you for the hygiene system, but they're not worthwhile enough to be a playable because of their small size. As per rideable dinosaurs, every species will be able to be tamed, and most of them will be rideable, I believe. So it's probably going to end up being like Eocar and Arano, honestly, that'll be rideable. If not them, we have concept art for Galley, but and that would probably be the one I would go with, but I'm not sure entirely. There's tameable AI dinos coming at early access. Probably after. Or, no, it would be out at early access. I'm not entirely sure what our naming convention is with all the updates and stuff. I think this is considered tech demo and then it's early access, so yeah, it would be early access technically. Is there any plans for mount/tame dinosaur customization? Probably not, unless you mean like customizable saddles and stuff, possibly then. Look, meat chunk. It's not edible. That's not good. Can I get the organs now? Nope. 2 meat chunks. What now? Nope. 3 meat chunks. Now. Nope. Forget how many I have to do. Also, that's not the gore mesh. I just don't want to eat too many or else it's going to... Yes, there we go, I got an organ. I got the bladder! Eat it. Okay, you can eat organs, good. You just can't eat meat chunks for some reason. 6 or 7 dinos, I'm pretty sure. For early access release? Yes. What will choosing your evolution thing look like? I'm not quite sure yet. You gonna end, or you gonna keep going? Animation. It's just gonna keep going. Food going up? Nope. He's just gonna keep eating. And now I'm stun locked. that's not good. Well. Is Spino one of the upcoming playables? No. How will choosing your evolution thing look like? Not sure yet. It's something we need to decide yet with the UI. And who will those dinosaurs be? Eocar, Urano, Tropio, Peru, Paki, Draco, and Deinocheirus. Yes, I said it. 6, 7. Alright. In 2 hours, I've done plenty of yapping, I feel. And I'm getting tired now, so I think I'll be heading off soon, unless there's any last questions. I'm good answering a few more. Pull up our roster. And let me see if there's actually anything I can show you guys real quick. Doesn't look like it. You'll have more to see tomorrow, though, or what's it called? Sunday. When Islander is streaming, he'll be on the main map. Do you guys, by any chance, start looking for more concept artists and designers? Possibly. I think funding is our current setback with that right now, but I'm not sure. You can always send a message on the Discord to our support staff if you make a ticket, and you can send our portfolio over. Have gameplay roster must be balanced. IRL talks are stronger, yes, but do not want to play OP playables. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah, we recognize that like most of these things would be a lot more powerful in real life or a lot weaker, but we got to make it work for a game. Is Len my king? Let's see. Is Len king? Here's your answer. Will Titano's boa's body have mostly animations, or its body will adapt in the surfaces? I'd like to make it adapt to the surface, but we'll come there when we get there. What's the biggest thing Peru can grab in-game? It can grab anything up to half its weight, so up to 3.5 tons. I believe that comes out to be Urano, is the heaviest thing that it will be able to pick up and drag around. Now it can drag stuff up to its weight, 7 tons. So it can drag stuff up to the weight of other Perus, including Deinocheirus. Anything above that, it will just be stunned, and you'll have to resort to biting and stuff. Will there be anything similar to migration zones, or what will be your take? We're going to have specialized food in different locations, and that's how you'll look at food, basically. Combat test? Next time. I don't have anything. You guys can test on your own. I think user pretzel, your pretzel, like from QA. You guys can test on your own. Next time, though. Will there be a mini game when grab by or pin? Yes, any grab, pins, or pins will have a mini game of sorts. We still have yet to decide on it, but that's what we're looking for. Hatsune, thank you very much for this donation before I end the stream, which I was just about to. Please make the Eocarcharia have actual feathers instead of making it look like glued feathers like in Path. We can do our best. It's very heavy to do anything that doesn't stick to the body directly. I was just talking to Rar about this with Tropio and its feathers. We're going to probably go the way that's going to be most performant and easiest for everybody. As much as we'd like to have feathers that look more realistic and are, you know, I guess just more realistic, it's going to be heavy. So we have to balance it. Cerrado is not near Utah. It is Genicotis, and the question above it. Peru won't be able to drag anything larger until final. We'll have a chance to change. It could change, yes, and it'll be a value that server owners can change. But that is it for today. I'm going to be heading off now. I'll track you guys. Probably tomorrow I'll be in chat, or Sunday if Islander still is streaming. If not, in the Discord I'll see you, and if not in the Discord, I'll talk to you guys next week on stream. Have a good day, everybody. And happy Halloween. Have a good Halloween for those of you who are going trick-or-treating. Alright, see ya.